这开发商为了卖房，居然弄了个假麦当劳在这儿。
This developer went as far as creating a fake McDonald's to sell houses. Just look at this. These aren't even real images of McDonald's in China. They're all pictures of foreign McDonald's locations. You can see that these aren't even pictures of our local Big Macs or Fillet-O-Fish. They're just foreign images with foreign text. They slapped these up here and called it McDonald's, trying to make people think the area is vibrant, but it's all fake. The developer really can't be trusted. The McDonald's brand carries real power. The developer picked this name for a clear reason. In China, a McDonald's stands for much more than burgers and fries. It signals a strong, established commercial area. To many homebuyers, seeing a McDonald's acts almost like a luxury seal of approval for new development. Its presence tells people the area is not empty or forgotten. Some buyers believe a McDonald's nearby can lift property prices by hundreds of yuan per square meter. The developer understands this well. They use the McDonald's name and reputation to help sell more properties, which is why this fake McDonald's was built. People have also noticed that this goes beyond McDonald's. Fake branded stores created by developers now appear in many places.
有点夸张，跟宜家。
That's a bit much. This one is supposed to be IKEA, and that's supposed to be Muji. What's this, Jimmy Cha? Is this supposed to be B store? This one says Mi Shui Ti, more like Na Shui Ti. Guckle? As in Gucci? Is this Cartier? Such talent, all of them. One person shared this experience. Because of my 300-degree nearsightedness, I walked past an office building that was still looking for tenants. From far away, I saw a 7-Eleven with bright lights on and neatly stacked shelves. I planned to step inside and buy a bottle of water. But when I got closer, I discovered it was only a large picture stuck on the window. This kind of deception is serious enough to report to the police.
Hello， 大家好，我在路边发现了一个店，大家看这个店。
Hey guys, I found a shop on the side of the road. At first glance, doesn't it look like KFC? It's called KEC, with the exact same decor as KFC. It really looks like KFC from a distance or at night. I was hungry and thirsty, so I went in to check it out. The menu had KEC's burgers, KEC's bone-in chicken, KEC's milk tea, and KEC's Coke. It's a high-level imitation. Some developers have taken it even further with fake KFC outlets. People have reacted with surprise, asking, how could such an upscale development include a store like this? However, many users say these fake stores are minor compared to the real deception, counterfeit subway stations. One person described an incident in Shenzhen's Guanmin district. A developer put up a subway station sign right at the entrance to their sales office. The sign looked exactly like official ones and read, Metro Line 13, Line 26, Linsongling Station. At first glance, anyone would assume this was a real station with 2 subway lines. It later came out that Line 26 had not even started construction and there was no approved plan for it. The entire sign had been made up by the developer. After media exposure, the authorities opened an investigation, the sign was removed quickly, and the developer faced scrutiny. Other media reports confirmed that fake subway stations have become a widespread tactic among developers to help sell properties.
千万要注意了，家人们。
Be careful, everyone. This is a fake subway entrance. It's not real. How many buyers did this fool?
In August 2025, media reports exposed a similar case in Dalian City. 3 exits for Metro Line 2 were planned to open, but only 2 actually did. The exit near the Vanke City Light area remained closed. Local merchants later confirmed. This exit has never been opened, and the sign was taken down afterward. Buyers felt angry and misled. They had purchased homes expecting convenient transportation based on the metro sign. After moving in, they learned the station was fake, a carefully planned trick by the developer. Many people voiced strong criticism. Chinese people are scamming other Chinese people. Further investigations show that similar cases had happened earlier in Jinan, Shandong province. There, a developer installed fake metro station signs to promote a property. The signs looked nearly identical to official ones. Once exposed, the developer was fined about $70,000. One person commented, "Fake metro stations are far worse than fake McDonald's. A fake McDonald's might waste your time and cost you a meal of fries, but a fake subway station tricks you into believing your future life there will be better. Why do developers take such bold steps? On the surface, it looks like clear fraud. At a deeper level, though, it reflects serious problems in the housing market. With sales slow and unsold homes stacking up, developers feel desperate. According to data from the National Bureau of Statistics, in 2025, the total sales area of newly built commercial housing across the country reached only 881 million square meters. That figure fell 8.7% from the previous year. The total sales value came to about $1.17 trillion, down 12.6%. Fewer homes are selling, and they are selling at lower prices. Discounts and special promotions have become commonplace in many cities. At the same time, real estate development investment dropped 17.2%. Developers are either unwilling or unable to put money into new projects. The area of new housing construction started during the year fell 20.4%. This shows their capacity to launch fresh developments is shrinking. When homes stop selling, marketing tricks and promotions turn from optional to essential. However, the deeper problem is that key factors that truly help sell properties, such as population growth in the area, industrial jobs, established commercial zones, subway lines, good schools, and hospitals, take years to develop. They often depend on government resources or lie outside developers' control. That is why developers turn to the shortcuts seen in the video. I cannot open a real subway today, but I can make buyers see a subway entrance. I cannot create a thriving commercial area tomorrow, but I can make them see McDonald's lights. Economists point out that fake amenities like counterfeit metro stations show developers clever tactics on the surface. The root cause, though, lies in China's broader economic slowdown. In times of strong economic growth, the real estate market did not rely on such extreme steps. Incomes were rising, jobs felt secure, and people could patiently wait for their lives to improve. Even with heavy housing loans, buyers held confidence that things would get better over time. Developers could sell a sense of certainty. Even if amenities arrived late or plans stretched out, people were willing to wait because they felt time was working in their favor. But China's economic climate has changed dramatically. Economic growth has slowed, company profits are falling, and job security has weakened. Layoffs, pay cuts, and flexible work arrangements have become common. Many young people no longer feel confident about what their income will be even 3 years from now, much less able to handle a mortgage that lasts 20 or 30 years. In this setting, buying a home no longer feels like a step towards a better life. Instead, it can seem like stepping into a deep uncertainty. If a job is lost, the whole family's finances could quickly collapse. More realistically, the link between home prices and incomes has broken down. Salaries rise slowly, yet housing prices and everyday living costs stay high. Down payments have grown into a huge barrier that keeps many people out of the market entirely. It's not that people lack desire to buy homes, they simply cannot afford them, and the fear of what might happen holds them back. When buyer demand starts to hesitate, sales drop right away. Real estate depends on fast turnover. When homes stop selling, developers do not just lose a bit of profit, it becomes a true crisis for their survival. In this economic downturn, with people expecting weaker incomes ahead, developers have grown unusually anxious. Real buying power no longer supports current prices, and simply waiting for the market to recover is no longer possible. They feel forced to create a false sense of certainty using bolder tactics. Some economists argue this goes beyond a few daring developers. It reflects the entire economic environment driving the real estate sector to rescue itself through increasingly speculative and aggressive methods. However, these fake amenities do not appear without reason. When someone feels pushed to act, someone else is usually pushing from behind. So who is applying that pressure? The answer points to the Chinese government, especially local governments, which plays a complex and often unclear role in this situation. In China, land finance is more than a theory. It is a daily reality for many local governments. When land sells, money flows and projects move forward. When land fails to sell, infrastructure slows and city budgets tighten. Before 2025, land sales made up 40% or more of local government revenue in many cities, particularly those with little population growth and limited industrial strength. In short, many places no longer grow through land development. They survive by selling land. In this system, the relationship between developers and local governments has moved beyond a simple regulator and regulated dynamic. It has become deeply interdependent. Developers need land. Local governments need revenue. Developers want fast sales. Governments want quick collection of funds. Developers craft appealing stories to push up land values. Local governments rely on a positive, bright future narrative to support land auctions and future borrowing. As a result, when developers stretch marketing rules, even by openly installing fake amenities, oversight often stays surprisingly light. This happens not because officials are unaware, but because they choose not to act forcefully. The fake McDonald's outlets and counterfeit metro station signs are clear examples of this pattern. Developers present a ready-made vision of the city's future. They install metro signs that look completely authentic, leaving ordinary homebuyers unable to tell real infrastructure from fabricated ones. The core question remains, can major public transportation and urban facilities truly appear without anyone in authority noticing? The answer is obvious to all. These fake elements lasted openly for a time because they served a clear purpose. They helped sell properties, supported land prices, and kept local government finances from appearing too weak. Many obvious violations were quietly tolerated with an attitude of, let's wait and see. The most absurd and heartbreaking aspect is this. On one hand, officials loudly promote people-centered ideals, yet on the other, clear cases of deception are overlooked. When critical decisions arise, priorities turn into GDP figures, fiscal revenue, and debt pressures. The interests of ordinary homebuyers often come last. As a result, fake subway entrances and fake amenities will likely keep appearing one after the other. This happens not due to weak regulation, but because regulation itself has become tied up in the same vested interests that depend heavily on land finance. Meanwhile, once tactics like fake McDonald's and fake subway entrances prove effective, similar tricks spread rapidly to well-known brand stores. The deception has grown more direct and more frequent. One clear example is a counterfeit Starbucks case. On March 1, 2024, the Shanghai Public Security Bureau announced it has broken up a criminal group counterfeiting registered trademarks of major coffee brands. Police arrested 17 suspects, with a total value involved exceeding $5.7 million. Since May 2023, the group had falsely claimed franchise rights to a well-known coffee brand. They recruited franchisees for 100,000 yuan each and opened more than 50 fake stores across the country before the case came to light. Police confirmed through image comparisons that the brand being imitated was Starbucks. These fake stores were designed to mislead at first glance. They featured the Green Mermaid logo, similar interior design, paper napkins, cups, and packaging printed with Starbucks coffee service. They even sold drinks resembling frappuccinos. Yet a closer look revealed the storefronts never actually said Starbucks. Instead, they used slightly altered names such as Starper or Stoneburn Coffee.
前几天我去步行街买一件羽绒服，我真的我半夜我都能气笑。
I saw a Champion store while walking down a shopping street. The sign said it was an outlet, so I went in. When I looked closer, the logo didn't match my memory of Champion because it had additional letters in the I. I thought the product had been upgraded, so I asked the sales associate, "Did you update your logo?" She said, yes, we're a trendy brand. We are Champion Moment. It's an outlet doing special promotions this year end. She enthusiastically recommended a down jacket, which I bought for 500 yuan, down from 1,000 yuan. While checking out, I kept looking at the logo, and the more I looked, the more it seemed wrong. I remember Champion ends in ION, and that does not look like it. I checked the logo on my phone and found it was a counterfeit. I asked the clerk, "So you're not Champion?" She awkwardly admitted, "No, we're not Champion. As I said, we are Champion Moment."
Commentators point out that this goes far beyond a real estate problem. At its core, it's a broader issue of consumer trust being exploited. Fake amenities, fake subway entrances, and fake brand stores all take advantage of a basic social assumption that public signs can be trusted, brand names have limits, and commercial practices are at least somewhat honest. When this trust is repeatedly broken, society grows colder and more guarded. From a moral standpoint, the real discomfort in these cases is not simply the financial loss, it's the gradual rise in tolerance for deceit. The most troubling aspect of this moral shift is how easily it spreads. When honest people see they fall behind, while those who bend rules earn more and face fewer consequences, moral standards begin to bend. What once felt clearly wrong starts to seem acceptable as long as it stays legal. Over time, it can even shift to the belief that everyone does it, so if you don't cheat, you're the fool. Once this attitude takes hold, the problem is no longer limited to a few dishonest businesses. It becomes a wider erosion of society's respect for honesty. To understand this moral decline fully, one must consider its link to the Communist Party system. In this structure, power focuses on results, key metrics, and maintaining stability rather than on fair processes and truthful information. Local officials are judged mainly on GDP growth, fiscal revenue, and how quickly projects move forward. For businesses and merchants, the top priorities are survival and fast returns. Within this framework, moral standards are rarely a central limit. This creates the deepest damage to societal trust under the system. It does not openly promote deception, but by consistently overlooking it and only punishing selectively, the practice becomes normal and accepted.